Get your stuff. Let's go.
So we just got out of Madam Web, and we're about to give you our deep dive thoughts, but Shane, what's your immediate reaction?
Play the clip.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
They still have popcorn buckets from the last Marvel movie on sale. It is. It's a Fleur kitten. You put the popcorn in its skull, and the drink in its skull.
Only the straw doesn't work.
Well, we saw Madam Web a little bit earlier. We let the thoughts kind of marinate in our brain a little bit. And I'm proud to tell you that Madam Web is one of the best Marvel movies in recent history.
It's not. I know he doesn't mean that.
It is.
It's not.
I went in with low expectations. There's not a lot of hype around this movie. Critics are kind of bashing it, you know, the fake critics, not the real critics like us. So I kind of went in with low expectations, and I have to say they were blown out of the water, or out of the web, should I say. Blown out of the web. This movie is about a comic storyline about Madam Web, who is a lady who can see the future, and she works with Spider-Man somehow. I don't know, I've never read the comics, but that's what I got from the trailer. And this movie is about this character, Dakota Johnson is the actress. The character is named Cassie Webb, who becomes Madam Web. And her mom dies in the Amazon while researching spiders. And that gives her the power to see the future. And she then uses her powers to fight an evil Spider-Man named Ezekiel Sims, who is one of the greatest Marvel villains in recent history.
Worst.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Alex.
Don't get overzealous there,
Worst.
buddy. He was pretty dang good. And she uses these powers to protect 3 Spider-Women. But Ezekiel Sims, he didn't like Ezekiel Sims.
I didn't like anything about this movie.
I thought Ezekiel Sims' character in this movie was like a comic book character brought straight from the pages into the big screen. It was great. I've been doing a lot of talking. Why don't you tell them what you think about the movie, buddy?
Oh. I thought it was just being honest. I will say, when the movie ended, there was a guy behind us that said, "Wow, this was the worst superhero movie I've ever seen." And I was like, good, I'm not the only one.
So,
Is it the worst of all time? No. Ezekiel Sims is by far the worst villain in a movie I've ever seen.
why do you think that?
Because I feel like the script he was given was written by AI, and he was like, screw it, I'm also going to talk like AI.
Do you think it was his acting, or do you think it was the script that was the issue?
I don't know. I don't want to see it ever again.
I want to see it again. I want to see it. Unfortunately, they're not playing it on IMAX or Dolby near us.
Thank
I
God.
really wish I could have seen it in that.
They didn't film it in that for a reason.
But they should have, because the visuals were crazy. We're not going to go into...
Right.
Actually, yeah, screw it. Let's talk about spoilers.
Yeah, don't care.
The 3 the 3 Spider-Women all join up with Madam Web at the end, and Madam Web herself, Dakota Johnson, turns into a superhero. And I thought her suit looked very cool. It was red, and she wore
Now,
sunglasses.
mind you, this is after Ezekiel Sims is now dead. So
Ezekiel Sims...
For some reason,
Did he
Madam Web
die?
is like now Professor X. She's in a wheelchair. She has cringy glasses, and all of a sudden, she now has an accent that was nowhere in the movie.
Yeah, the accent did kind of come out of left field. But it was probably because of the friendship that she made with the 3 Spider-Women along the way that it helped her become a more honest person, and sometimes that affects your talking.
It doesn't.
It does.
Wish it would affect Ezekiel Sims.
He did good.
He did
And
not.
Everything he said in this movie you felt with your heart. He worked and spoke with emotion, with
did not.
purpose,
Did not.
with poise.
Did not.
He was kind of like, I'd probably say top 3 MCU villains of all time. Thanos, Killmonger, Ezekiel Sims.
Ezekiel Sims reminds me of those turds you try to flush down the toilet and it just refuses
Hey,
to
all right,
die.
come on. Don't be mean towards Ezekiel Sims.
No, I will.
He was the star of this movie, along with Dakota Johnson, who played Madam Web. Have you seen her in anything else? What did you think of her in this movie?
I don't know. I just wanted it to end.
So, you didn't like Ezekiel Sims. Did you like the story?
No.
Why not?
was poorly written.
It wasn't poorly written.
It really
It
was.
made sense all the way through.
It made no sense, to be honest with
It
you.
did. There is something in the beginning of this movie that you're like, oh, why are they bringing it up? And then it comes into play later in the end, and it all works out like clockwork. Almost like he was entangled in the web, the same web the entire time.
In the very beginning of the movie, the mother is walking through the rainforest, and Ezekiel Sims is with her. Hey, he's like, hey, I'm with you for protection. Where's the spider? And then later in the movie, Dakota Johnson goes to the rainforest. She's like, I'm just going to go. And she magically finds these people.
The spider people
Doesn't
of
get
the
bit by
Amazon.
spiders, snakes, and just goes on her own with not even a map. She just is aimlessly walking.
That's true.
Just
But
makes it there.
It was probably her spider sense that helped her get there.
Don't think so.
The spidey sense is a thing that's common within spider
And I guess Spider-Man now walks. He doesn't crawl anymore. He now walks on ceilings, just like a normal person at normal speed.
Yeah, Ezekiel Sims Spider-Man, not Peter Parker
Whatever.
Spider-Man. Peter Parker Spider-Man is born in this movie. You see infant Peter Parker.
It's not true. We don't know if that's him.
It's true, they didn't say. There's a part where they are about to say the name and then a balloon pops and you can't hear it.
Yeah. The only reason I saw this movie is because the way the critics were bashing it so much. I was like, it can't be that bad. And, well,
No.
it was.
I saw it because I'm a Marvel Comics fan and I left a very satisfied Marvel Comics fan.
He's the only one.
Nope.
Out of the entire world, there's only one
a lot of
lover
people
of
like this movie.
and that's
a
this
lot
man
of people.
right here.
There are
Nope.
dozens of us, Shane. Dozens of us.
I'm sure.
Now, you were an outspoken critic of the Marvels that came out in November. How would you compare the Marvels to Madam Web?
At least I'll remember Ezekiel Sims because of how bad he is. And the thing is, it's not even a knock on the actor. It's just I don't understand. Like, you have to watch the movie to understand how bad this guy actually is. He talks like an AI person.
He talks like a comic
he
book
has- and he
character,
has no
which
voice.
is fitting because it's a comic book movie.
But it's like he's literally talking like out of script. Like,
Yes, movies talk or have a script,
he
buddy.
said, "Hello, where are the girls? Why can't you find them? I spent a lot of money on this. You need to find them. I will hurt you. Ah, how do you keep doing this?" Like, and I'm not exaggerating. That's
He's not
exactly-
wrong. That is how he talks.
And it's,
But it's because he's a comic book villain, okay?
anyways.
This isn't Breaking Bad. This is Marvel Comics.
I gave what? I think I gave Night Swim a 0 out of 10.
I don't know. You never posted the review.
Don't care. I'm gonna give this one a good old fat 0 out of 10.
You can't give it a 0
I
out of
can.
10. You literally cannot give it a 0 out of 10.
I can, and I did.
All right, I'm going to edit this out. You can't give a movie a 0 out of 10.
Yes, I can.
If you give a movie a 0 out of 10, you haven't seen a movie.
That's
You have
not
to
true.
give it something. A
I
0
don't
is
care
nothing.
what Dave Portnoy and John Cena said. That's my rating.
Mr. Pizza has nothing to do with this. This is a fact of life.
No, that's the argument you brought up to me last time.
Yes.
You said watch this and you'll understand.
It's true,
And
but it's factual for a reason. If you watch the movie, you cannot give it a 0 out of 10. You have to give it. You can give it a 0.1.
No.
But mathematically, it's impossible to give it a 0.
Well, I'm just like Ezekiel Sims. I made it happen.
Oh my god.
So 0 out of 10.
9 out of 10. A solid. Not going to give it any weird
We all
numbers.
know that's not true.
It had a good cast. All right.
Did it?
Dakota Johnson is a great actress. She's been in a lot of things. The guy who played Ezekiel Sims has also been in a lot of things.
Not really.
The writing team of this movie also wrote Morbius, starring Jared Leto, one of Hollywood's biggest stars.
There you go, people.
And also Power Rangers from 2017.
Wow.
With one of the most amazing superhero movies ever. It has Elizabeth Banks as Rhea Ripley, or whatever her name is in that movie. I don't know. I never saw that movie. But
How do you know it's amazing?
because that's what the critics like me tell me.
0 out of 10. That's what I give it.
9 out of 10. Go see Madam Web in
Don't
theaters.
see it.
It's Madam Webbing time.
Stupid.
You have to trust me. Get ready. Now!
You're showing off.
Maybe a little.